exploring the cat colony here at LoPEp12CatColony. Our team and volunteers manage and cares for a colony of about 13 cats. Please follow this episode as we take a stop with the T&R program and the Mayor's Alliance and discover with Kathleen O'Malley how to build shelters for these cats. Then we head over to Parkchester Library where we get a brief introduction by a great team of non-profit enthusiasts who will share with us how to trap and release safely the feral cats in our care. This should be a great episode. Make sure you follow along and see what I got with you this time. It's the Life of Power Show, LoPEp12CatColony. We call this one Cat Colony.
How's everything?
Everything's good, man. Everything's good. How you doing?
So far, I see a new guy here. We have a new lieutenant. Because that little one, I never see that.
The kitten?
Yeah.
We're gonna need the building for the longest.
They throw them out, all the kitties on the street, and they don't help, you know. And my situation is not too good, but not too bad. And you know, I feeling like somebody is supposed to rescue and help. That's the reason, really, I do. Nothing else.
Awesome, man.
So the time I can do, and you know, I can work, I can help you. When the time is bad, well, they're supposed to stop a little bit, but still and everything is stopped to the time I can help these little kitties, you know.
How long have you been feeding these cats?
I do like for 3 or 4 years already.
Wow.
You know, I do in the morning, I do in the afternoon. You know, before I go to work, and after work, I come back in the night and I feed them. Send me a food, or I can buy a food at a cheaper price. I'll be happy. Okay. So, you know, I was supposed to go buy in Target and Kmart and different places, and then they cost, you know, regular price, and sometimes I hard it, but I try to do. But if somebody can help me, almost to give me a little price better, send me home and I pay it by check or whatever, I can get a big help like that. Oh, this is the best place I have, because over here security, the ring, they don't bother them. Still when there's snow, I can feed them. This place is marvelous, and your father-in-law is a gentleman. He's keeping clean, and I try to keep it clean either, so nobody can come and give you a complaint. You know, don't get a rats and everything around in there. Awesome. And I'm so happy with this place, because another one they're supposed to feed in the street.
Yeah. We appreciate it, and we're going to try and get you the support you need, because there's a lot of animals depending on you.
A lot. I have like a 40 already now. Awesome. And still I go keep it going. And you see me, my bags over here.
I got you.
I have to go to the other places. And then I started doing my work.
She made a top, 2 feet square, 2 feet square, the side, they're the exact length. Oh, but it's going to be 4 inches too wide. So she said, oh, okay, so I take 4 inches off, I take 4 inches off, I have my front and my back, that fits perfectly. Oh, what do I do with this? Oh, I'll make 4 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they go underneath. So she compensated by shortening the front and the back. And this is, I don't break anything else, this is the entrance. You just cut a little square. And that's your green shelter there, which we're going to do in more detail. But I just wanted to go back. However wide your foam is, you just have to subtract twice so that your middle piece fits. Otherwise, it's going to be on the outside. And the reason you don't want to just stick it on the outside, you could just stick it on the outside and you have a bigger shelter. But, oh, my base is only that big. So it wouldn't. And also, you would have a seam at the top. Whereas with this design, the wonderful thing about her design is that the top has no way to leak. She didn't put anything on the outside which would have a seam and water would go down. The top is completely one piece. So that's why you go to. That was my phone. I'll try not to break the light again. So this, oh, I'll use this to show how we're going to break the pieces apart. Let's see. I'm only going to break this in half but I do want, these pieces are already cut, so I wanted to show. Now this is something that I really like. You don't have to have this, but this is 1 foot, and if you'll look, 4 of our pieces are 1 foot, and it's a straight edge, so whenever you're measuring, try and use the industrial side, because first of all, it's probably really straight, and it's going to be straighter than any cut you make. But even if it's not, you still have to go with whatever you bought. So you're going to have to adjust to it anyway, so you might as well use it. Now, I found that if I draw line, oh, this is why I want to show you. So let's pretend that this is blank. So I 1 foot. Start at the 1 foot side. Let me turn this around so you're not reading upside down. Although a friend of mine went to school in Israel, and she said they all learned how to read upside down because they learned in a circle. And somebody was always reading upside down, sideways, whatever. That's how they learned to read, so they were always able to read upside down. Let me explain why. We're going to start with the 1 foot measurements. Left or right doesn't matter. But nothing in nothing's really the measurement. Like a 2x4 is not 2 inches by 4 inches. I always thought 2x4 was a 223 left. But for my bottom, that'll be okay. Because if I have 4 sides that are all the right height, I'll put them on there. I'll have a little wiggle room. If one's edge is sticking out, it's not a big deal. The cats are going to complain, but they'll just have to lump it. I found that if I just make a really, really, really light cut first, I told you this earlier, and even without that straight edge, I mean, I find it sort of stays in a straight line. It does.
I use a jigsaw with a hacksaw blade to cut these boards, and it works great.
but you can see them up close here. If you have an adhesive that doesn't stand up, you know, that once you let go it falls down and it needs to dry, needs some time to dry, you can get a very long pin nail down and cover where you started, and that'll hold it together. It'll also cover all the seams. It might not be your prettiest work, and you may want to, you may never need to do that tutorial, and nobody can even come near it.
Yeah, so there are all kinds of reasons why you don't want it too close to the feeding station. It doesn't have to be 20 feet away from the feeding station, just not 3 feet away. And you want to face the entrance out of the prevailing winds. You know, if you can figure that out, hopefully you can. And you want to place it in a safe area or an area with escape routes. So basically, you're taking the shelter. Say your colony is surrounded by a wooden fence. So you're going to want to place the entrance of the shelter facing the fence. So it's like 6 inches away from the fence, and you might want to put some shelter over it so they have a little awning. And this way, if there are raccoons, dogs, whatever in the neighborhood, you know, the cat can get in and out of there. He's got 2 escape routes, basically. And the cat will know that that's a good spot. Because, I mean, one thing that cats are very good at doing is assessing risk. And a cat seeing a sheltered place like that will say, okay, like, this will work for me. So they'll use it and they'll feel safe. And again, camouflaging, in most cases,
Add to the eye, straw is yellow, really vibrant, bright yellow. It doesn't have any green to it. Hay is green, it's smaller, it's duller, it isn't as shiny. I called a garden place and they had straw, but they didn't even know it. The person
asked one of the farmers to bring me a bale of straw, and it's gigantic. It's $6, and it will fill like 20 shelters. It's ridiculous.
I live in New Jersey and we have a feed and grain store. You can buy a huge bale of hay for $12.50. It can bounce up on a pallet, can help, and again, try and get the pallet to not be rocking. But that doesn't. If you can balance the pallet, it makes a really nice flat surface to put the shelter on.
And you can put a
Gigantic, and it's enough for like 4 cats. But all it is a thin veneer of plastic. This exact same thing. I mean, I cut the hole through it, so I know. Ashok Karamian is the one that turned me onto this. He's a cat TNR person from 100 years ago. You might out that. Oh, excuse me.
Hello, it's Paul LaSalle from El Bate de Doña Provi. We just finished the TNR storage shelter making workshop. Learned how to make shelters for the cats here at the ASPCA. It was an excellent seminar utilizing simple products and simple hand tools that you can find around your house. I think it was a great seminar. I encourage all of you to check out the TNR website and sign up for the course. Good
Hi, my
show.
name is Kathleen O'Malley. I'm the director of TNR Education for the Mayor's Alliance for New York City's Animals NYC Feral Cat Initiative. And TNR, if you don't know, stands for Trap, Neuter, Return, which is the most humane and effective means of controlling the population of feral and stray cats. I am a cat lover, obviously in my job, and I became involved in TNR because one day I was walking home from the grocery store in my neighborhood and I saw this one little hungry cat. And I started feeding her, and pretty soon I realized I was feeding 7 or 8 cats. And then I realized, oh my goodness, I need to do something about this or else there are going to be kittens everywhere. So I took a TNR workshop, I learned how to do it, I got all the cats spayed and neutered. That first little cat turned out to be friendly. I took her in for adoption. She has a great home, she's been living there for the past 5 years. And I just found that I really feel satisfaction from doing TNR, from getting these cats spayed and neutered so they won't have little kittens born in the street, and they'll become healthier, they'll live out their lives. They're feral cats, so most of them can't be adopted, like my first little Lucy cat. So the best thing that we can do for them is to spay and neuter them, let them live out their lives outdoors, but we're taking care of them. We're managing the colony of cats. That's what a group of cats who lives outside is called a colony. And one of the things that we do to take care of feral cats outside is we build little insulated cat shelters for them, and that's what tonight's workshop was all about. The Mayor's Alliance has been dedicated to saving lives of animals, companion animals in New York City since 2003, and Trap, Neuter, Return is one of the very important parts of that initiative because, as I said, feral cats are not good candidates for adoption, so they shouldn't be brought to shelters because a shelter can't adopt them out, so their lives may be at risk. It's a very life-saving program. So the Alliance started the Feral Cat Initiative several years ago in '06, I believe, and the cornerstone of the Feral Cat Initiative is to support TNR. And we just started giving our own TNR training workshops last year in collaboration with the ASPCA and Alley Cat Allies. And we're really happy this program has taken off. We teach 2 TNR training certification workshops per month all around New York City. And to date, we have certified well over 600 people in this program, and it's only been about a year. For anybody who is interested in taking care of feral cats, we offer a number of specialty workshops in addition to the shelter building workshop that we had tonight. So if there's a festival or an event that's animal friendly, you might see us there with our ear-tipped cat banner that has this logo of the Feral Cat Initiative. And we have a neighbor relations workshop coming up. If you're taking care of feral cats and you want to make sure that they're good neighbors, you want everybody to get along in your community, including the cats and the people who don't really like cats. They can all still get along. We offer a lot of advice for doing that. Okay, so that's the New York City Feral Cat Initiative, and our website is www.nycferalcat.org, and you can also find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Be a cat, because a cat's the only cat who knows where it's at.
Tell me everybody's picking up on that feline beat, 'cause everything else is obsolete.
Hi, this is Nancy Fonstock.
Carol Milker.
Okay, and we are with the CSM Stray Foundation. The initials is Carol S. Milker. And Carol is the founder and president of CSM Stray Foundation. So we could not reach out to so many people on our own, and that's where the big organizations come in, because they provide the traps, they provide the instructions, the booklets, and the training materials, so we can just go out and present and train them. Now what happens is everyone who registers for the workshop cares about these wild cats, and they get resources. They get TNR certification. They get certification in TNR, Trap, Neuter, Return. Once they have certification, the names are automatically sent to the ASPCA Spay Neuter Clinic. So if they decide to do a project, they have resources, they have help, and they might want to spay and neuter 10 cats. They make an appointment, they get access to free transportation, they don't pay for the cost of the spay neuter under this grant, and then their cats are returned back to their area. csmstray.org. So on our website there are links to the New York City Feral Cat Council. Anyone who goes to those links can go to see the workshops that they can register for and sign up for free workshops all around the city. They're given in Manhattan, the Bronx, Staten Island, Queens, and Brooklyn, and all they have to do is just small grassroots organization, and we help a lot of people, so any kind of donations would be appreciated. 100% of our donations go to taking care of the feral cats. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Handles. Now, there are 2 parts to these. They will not spay spay neuter any cats you bring in a carry. You must bring them in the trap, and these traps have double doors. We don't want to lose any cats. So if you do something wrong and you lose one, you'll feel devastated because it gets out somewhere else and it doesn't get back. So this is the back door, and this back door has a little clip, okay? And I'm gonna take this off just so it's loose. Yeah. And this, you notice there's a handle. Everyone take the clip off, all right? Now, that's a very important thing because now you notice that this back trap goes up here, okay? We have to know about the back door for two reasons. One reason is when you set the plate, there's a plate in here, and when you set it, and you plan on the cat walking in and stepping on the plate, because sometimes they're very smart, they don't. They go. And you want to make sure that this thing is locked properly. You also, when you put your food in, you want to put it in on this side. The cat's going to go in from the other side. So you trail, and you want to make sure you put your food over here. You get your newspaper. We have newspaper. You saw they made like a little. They folded it, and they put that in there over the plate. And I didn't teach you how to set it yet, but now you make sure the plate is flat. All right. When I lift this here, this little, you notice the plate goes up. You notice. But when you lift it, there's also a little hook up here. So when I lift this up, you got to get the hook onto here. You notice now the hook is on here, all right? And now the trap is set because you see the plate is up. And we put it all the way down so the cat doesn't step. The cat doesn't step on this. They don't like to walk on this. All right, so they'll walk on the newspaper, and you make sure the paper goes all the way up to the plate. Over the plate? Yes, it can go over the plate gently, but, all right. So now the cat starts coming in, and he smells the trail of food, and he starts coming in, and he walks down, and he goes to the food far away and hides somewhere, but you leave it alone, and then that kitten will go and start eating, and wherever it is, once it's inside, go. Here, not on something else. It has to go on the latch to lock it. Because the cat can actually lift this up and get out from this side. If you don't hook it on the latch, the cat can escape.
It hurts my heart when I see these animals getting hurt. I respect all animals because they all need love too. I love my animals so much. It would be a really bad day if I got home and they ran out the door to greet me. Find it in your heart to take in a pet, care for it like your own.